Ek het reg gemaak. So. Hallo julle manne.
Goeiemiddag.
How's it?
Colleagues, good afternoon. Thanks again for your time. We shift our attention now to EPCR Challenge Cup. Guys are getting ready to leave tomorrow afternoon or evening. Got Julian and JC. We've got about 10 minutes for this.
Ja, dankie.
10 minutes for the session, guys, and if we can just get a raise of hands and we can start.
Ek gaan dit manage.
Morgs?
Thanks, Nisa. How's it, Julian? How's it, Josie? For both of you, please. Julian, this is actually quite an interesting tournament. It's not quite like the Champions Cup, but it is one where every single game does count, and there's not really second chances if you guys are to make it through to that second round. So massive game for you guys lying ahead this weekend.
Ja, you're 100% right. Yeah, the EPCR and it's quite new. Not new for us because we experienced it last year, but Super Rugby, we never had anything like a competition in a competition. So last week we played URC. Now this week your focus shifts to EPCR and the same with next week. And there's only 4 pool games, and then you're into the round of 16. So it is a different competition to what we used to, but we quite enjoyed. Last year was a good experience. Unfortunately, fell out in the quarterfinals, but yeah, it is a competition that we enjoy.
JC?
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially going into this weekend's game, knowing that the guys that didn't play in the URC thus far or played in the URC, some of them are joining the team, and we had a chat about it with the previous season. We didn't have that much depth in the squad, and I think honestly the squad depth is really good. There's a fine tune of competition in the squad that makes everyone want to perform every single weekend. So yeah, we're looking forward for this opportunity.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Morgan. Morgan, other Morgan.
If Morgan's will chat, like.
How's it, guys? Thanks. Just looking at the squad here, Coach, it's going to be very interesting how you guys go about the business of the set pieces. Are you confident that you'll have the upper hand against the French come this weekend?
Yeah, I think, thanks for the question. Well, I think what is like is obviously playing against a France team. We've seen what their set pieces are like, especially when it comes to scrum time. And like their competition, if you have a look at the top 14 games, it's interesting to watch how they go about it. Obviously, they really pride themselves and they've got heavy packs. I think the pack we're playing against this weekend, depending how they're going to pick us over time. So it's heavy packs, but we've got a lot of confidence in the guys that we are traveling with this weekend. We train against each other every week, and like JC just mentioned, the competition within the squad is unbelievable. So these guys are pushing each other and helping each other, and we're really excited to see how we're going to perform this weekend, but we are looking forward to it. Quite excited to see it.
And then for JC, how are you finding 15s? You feel like you've managed to get a grips with it, and what do you think you still need to work on going forward?
For me, when I arrived at 15s, I haven't played 15s in 3 years, so it was quite a challenge to slot in, especially with the forwards line out movement, line out stops and everything. But the good thing is I had a benchmark set for me in the Currie Cup, and I had a good pre-season with the coaches, helped me a lot and grew my game. So yeah.
And I scrum soos 'n masjien hoor.
Cool, thanks, Morgan. I don't see any hands. Any other questions, guys? Sarl?
I just want to know, do you know who's going to be the captain?
Is it al announced? Can I say? Yeah. So yeah, we're fortunate that Jacob Versage captained the team in Currie Cup last year as well. He's going to be the captain for this weekend, and we're also fortunate with having Andres Kutsia, aka Bugus, and he's going to be the vice captain. So we got 2 real senior guys, played a lot of rugby for us and have been in leadership roles before. So that's our 2 captains for this weekend.
Thanks for that.
You guys picked.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Sarl. Brendan, was your hand up then?
Yeah, it was. Could you guys hear me?
Sure.
Yes, good. Well,
How's it, Julian? How's it, JC? Julian, just it seems to be quite a thing, especially with the French teams, that they play their strongest teams at home and they send sort of almost second string. I won't say second string, but alternative squads abroad. Is that something you see that's going to probably come into our rugby a lot more with the demands of obviously the URC and playing home and away in crossing hemispheres in 1 week?
No, I think it's really interesting how we have to go about it. Because if you look at our travel, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of our travel schedule, but we're traveling tomorrow evening. Then we arrive there on Thursday afternoon late. Then we still have a bus drive to go. Then we're only flying out on Monday evening back. And then I think we arrive here Tuesday late afternoon. So for you to be able to travel with one squad, or say the same 23, play that game, travel, only arrive on Tuesday, then to perform again on a Saturday, that's really tough. I think that's why you'll see all the teams looking to manage their squad. It also helps with building squad depth and rewarding the guys that have been working really hard while the other guys were playing. So I think that's why we have seen that's how our teams are doing it, and also I think what we will see from the South African teams going forward.
And just on Perpignan, what do you guys expect from them? And are you expecting to see Marvin over there as well?
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to select him playing against the South African teams. Looking forward to seeing Marvin, obviously ex-Lions player. But yeah, I think with any French team, they pride themselves in set piece. I think Perpignan do well at home. Like you just mentioned, they pick strong sides for playing home games. What's also interesting is you don't know how the French teams are going to play in the EPCR as well. We're still learning the French way. I think we're still figuring out how they go about things. But expecting a tough set piece battle from them, expecting physicality from them. They've got a couple of massive carriers. But yeah, we're looking forward to seeing how our guys are going to step up and use the opportunity.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brennan. We'll take Liam and then we'll take Sim.
Yep.
Liam? No, let's go with Sim.
Thanks, dude. How's it, guys? How you doing?
For yourself.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Julian, just listening to you talk about that travel sequence. As I see that this travel thing isn't going away, and it was supposed when we went up north, it was supposed to. As someone who traveled, as someone who traveled for Super Rugby days, has it improved? And if and if it had, or basically, how would you say it's different? Let me just say, has it improved and how is it different? I guess, JC, I guess you don't really care. You guys at Blitzbox traveled all over the
world. So I must say, I'm short, so when economy class is like business class for me anyway. So, but what we were used to in Super Rugby, and this is just the facts, is we were traveling mostly through out of Sydney, or it was mostly straight flights, and we all had business class. Only the few junior guys had economy seats or premium economy, whereas now we have connection flights either through Qatar or through Dubai most of the time. But yeah, we're not in the game of complaining at all. So that is the course that we are dealt at the moment. We take it on the chin. And then the really important thing is just for us to recover really well after traveling. And that's where I think we made a massive step up. I think our traveling time now is going to be like 23 hours. Not sure exactly, but it's long travel, but then to make sure you recover well. So in order to perform on the weekend, that's the big thing for us.
Thanks, man.
JC is also short, so he's also fine.
Anyway.
Thanks, Sim. Liam, are you there? Nope. Brennan, your hand is still up from the previous time, or do you have a new question?
No, sorry. Let me take it down.
Okay, cool. Any new questions? Morgan, that's Morgan?
Yes. I just wanted to know if the coaching staff is splitting up as well for the next 2 weeks. Or is there a group of coaches going over and who's staying behind?
Yeah, that's a good question. So our weeks work is we have Mondays and Tuesdays is mostly attack focused at the plan for the weekend coming, and obviously installing our lineouts that we're taking into the next game. So Coach Barden and Coach Ricardo will be staying behind to prep the guys that are staying behind for the Newcastle game. And then Coach Cash, the head coach, myself, and Coach Jalki, we're flying over with the team. And obviously we're fortunate that we are prepping the Perpignan team, we're prepping them well because we're finishing prep on Wednesday and then flying out. So yeah, it actually works in our favor that we can prep both teams equally well for both games.
Thanks, Morgs. Let's give Liam one more chance before we close. No,
Going. Go.
colleagues, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Jules, JC, thank you.
Thank you so
Ek
much.
sien Dylan het 'n vraag gehad, wil hy nog iets vra?
Dylan, you got one more?
Sorry, just coming in here with a late one. How's it, guys?
Yeah, go for it, Dylan. Yeah.
Ek het jou gered op ons.
Julian, just
Now it's got to be easy question, Dylan.
yeah, I'll try to make it right. Try to make it simple here. Interesting name that stood out to me there on the team sheet was Etienne Oosthuizen, a guy who had been out for a little bit with a heart condition, if I understand correctly. Just your thoughts on how he's gone since he's come back and been training with you guys, and he's a guy also with a lot of French experience. Have you been relying on that also this week?
Yeah, I think JC can chat out of the player's perspective. From us as a coach, it's really lucky to see a guy that almost like thought he was never going to play again. And for him to come back in preseason, I think it was 2.5 years. It's 2.5 years not playing, and to see him, like, obviously when he got to us, his conditioning wasn't great after not playing for 2.5 years, but how hard he's worked to get himself into shape. So we're really excited to see him play. And like you said, he's played there before, played lots of games for Lyon, I think it was. So yeah, obviously he brings a level of experience, like a level of calmness to the pack. And he's also a big boy, so looking to see him get stuck in and being physical.
Yeah, and obviously from a player's side, knowing his story, when you in sessions and knowing, actually seeing how hard he works, it actually motivates you to keep on working harder with him and everyone around you. And yeah, especially with him being overseas and stuff, he's got a lot of insight with the French sips and regarding how they play. So we'll capitalize it from that.
Liam is weer nog alive, no problem.
Liam, one more chance, and then we're going to close. Are you there? No. Colleagues, thank you very much. JC, Jules, thank you.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank you.
Lekker dag.
Thanks, guys. Take care.